day to you, I'm LionHeartBlue, and welcome to another episode of my ScrapChat series. Today we are joined by Dr. Pixel Plays. Hello there.
Hello.
Thank you very, very much for joining.
Well, thank you very much for hosting.
It's really good to have you here, so I'm very excited to see what you come up with. As you can see, the road has extended a bit.
Oh yeah, it has.
Yeah, there's a few extra plots to choose from, so what I'll do is I'll allow you to wander down the road and choose a plot that you'd like to build your house on. I'll do my usual introduction and I'll come and find you in a minute and see how you're getting on.
Okay.
Cool, I'll see you in a bit. So as you may know, we are running a competition to allow you to name this village, and the lucky winner of the village name that we choose will get invited into this creative world here to become the mayor, and there will be a little opening ceremony where you will get to cut a little rope and declare this village opened and named. So don't forget, in order to enter that competition you'll need to connect to my Discord server and enter into the ScrapChat channel the village name. You're more than welcome to use some of your grass or remove some of your foundation if you want. It's only a guide. If you want to change it, no big deal.
Well, I don't really feel bound by the width and the length. I mean, I can build as tall as I want, right?
Yeah. I know what you're like, so when you say that.
I'm just gonna spawn in the replica of my survival tower, and then I build a house on top, and the whole video will just be me trying to walk up these stairs for 30 minutes. You know, building stairs is kind of complicated.
I know.
I mean, but once I have it figured out, I can just put it on my lift and clone it all.
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna build this by hand, so it's handmade. Quality. Quality craftsmanship.
Brilliant. That's what I would expect from you. Having seen your videos.
Well, but then I still have to do all the grinding for these blocks.
True. So out of all of the guests we've had on this series, we've had quite a good age range actually. There's been obviously Mr. Boss, who was 10, up to, well, some who are in their late 40s. So where do you fit in that age range, or the age?
So what I'm going to say is I'm 20 years old or less.
Okay, that's fine. Yep. Just gives people an idea.
Yes.
It's not, terribly important. I just it was something that was said to me that like as a suggested question, because people are interested, because obviously there's some creators like Mr. Boss who are really young, and as yourself, the quality that you put out, for your age, etc. It's really good.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I mean, I say for your age, but you know what I mean. It's something that people like to know, because obviously a lot of us who have been on this are sort of, I would say, in the latter years of our lives. It's nice to have some younger brains here,
Oh yeah, some fresh ideas.
Yeah. And you're in Germany, right?
Yes, I'm from Germany.
So do you have any other passions or hobbies other than, Scrap Mechanic and YouTube and?
Well, I mean, most of my free time nowadays is spent doing this YouTube stuff, and I think it's such a broad hobby. Just like, you do video editing. I even do some modding for my videos, and then you work with other people, so you have some gaming in there too. So it's like a big hobby that keeps me busy most of the time. So I don't do a lot else. So yeah, I mean, well, if I say hobby as a modding, and I'm only modding for Scrap Mechanic, I'm not sure if that counts. Yeah, but yeah, I'm generally interested in programming and stuff. I learned quite a bit about game design. I even put some game jam videos up on my channel that don't really have a lot of views, but they're out there. So that's something I do. Yeah, and I also do some stock investing, actually.
Oh, right.
But you know, when I say stock investing, the idea that most people have in their mind is just, you know, like GameStop or stuff where, you know, I'm quite conservative, so for me that's all just speculation. Like, for me, investing is you buy a company, a stock, and then, you know, hold the stock for years, possibly, or even longer.
Yeah.
Like, everything else is just, not really safe strategy.
Yeah, gotcha. So thinking about what you were saying actually about hobbies and how, there's a lot more to being a creator, a particular creator like yourself. There's a lot more to it. So as you rightly pointed out, there are many areas of this. The like you say, the video editing, in your case, modding of the game, and then having to collaborate because of videos you want to create, or etc. And then all the editing that comes into it. I suppose there's a lot more than just playing the game, like I've been doing, I guess. Simply just play it, release a video of it, and that's sort of been it. That's why I'm trying to come up with something different now, you know.
Yes.
So
I guess, and you're probably seeing how little you actually play in the game nowadays. Like,
so when you were a kid, a youngster, maybe younger than Mr. Boss, what did you think you would be when you got older?
Well, think I'd be, I mean, more like what I wanna be, you know, like when you're really young. My dream was sort of to become a scientist.
Right. Wow. Yeah.
But like the reality is not really what it's like in movies or something.
Very true.
So probably spending all the days just analyzing some data from an experiment.
Yeah.
You know, you're not really like doing much, not so much practical stuff. Like, I mean, I guess the aspect I like then is more like inventing new things and so on, and that has more something to do with business and stuff.
So when did you start your YouTube channel?
1st of July 2020. This was the date my channel was created.
Wow. Okay.
So.
Oh, you've done really well. If I'm not mistaken, you're up to about almost 3,500 or something like that subscribers, I believe.
Well, hopefully when the video comes out, yes.
I know I added a few just in case, but I seem to remember it's well over 3,000.
Yeah. Well, not well. Yeah. I mean, 80 over 3,000 at the moment.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You also have to keep in mind, before I started my channel, I spent like a month just practicing making videos. So I made a bunch of stuff that nobody really ever saw. And just to learn all this, just learn editing, audio processing and stuff. Try a few editing styles.
All right, to see what you enjoyed, what worked for you. Is that?
I mean, well, maybe I can tell you like how my channel came to be. So, like, I wanted to do some game dev stuff with some people, and well, then we wanted to have a game dev YouTube channel. So that's what got me really into YouTube. And then I was just thinking, well, if we already have game dev channel, we could as well just make a gaming channel where we just have fun and play a few games. Shouldn't be too difficult, right? But yeah, so eventually the that game dev project didn't end up really happening. So what ended up is I still, that channel really grew on me, and now it's how I got here, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you can still, as I said, you can still see my old Game Jam videos. I mean, I've actually got one video for that game dev channel that never happened. It's not really a bad video, I just don't know what to do with it. It's kind of sad.
It's quite interesting to hear that you spent some time practicing the video editing, finding your style and stuff like that before.
Well, I was really concerned with like and not coming off like professional enough or so. So it's why I spent so much time just practicing making videos. And my first videos still weren't really good, so.
No, it's interesting. I think it's a good approach. If you want to do it seriously.
Well, my advice would be, if you want to start making YouTube, just go ahead and practice making videos that probably nobody's ever going to see, and show them to your friends. And when your friends start watching them, not to be polite, but because they enjoy them somewhat, then you're ready to start a channel.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yep. Yeah.
But I still keep my older stuff up here on this channel, so people can see where I came from.
Well, that is something though that I think really stood out for me in your videos was the commentary. It's very funny, and the effort that you put into. I think I commented on a few of your videos.
You commented on a lot of videos.
Yeah, but just you could see the sheer the time and the effort that must go into just building
so much
things.
time.
Yeah, and that's why I think I asked you a couple of times, like, do you really go and grind for that stuff? You said yes, I do.
Yes, I genuinely grind for all of it. So sometimes we're just spending just 2 days basically doing nothing else than building stuff in this game.
Yeah, that's incredible. I think that's yeah. I mean,
I don't want to know how much Jonathan is grinding.
No, exactly. I was just going to say, here's another one, isn't it? Like you've got very different styles, but there's a similarity in them. Like he's telling a story from his character with his subtitle, subtext, whatever you want to call it, and you've got this almost crazy idea, kind of
almost crazy. Like one of my ideas aren't crazy.
Well, yeah, okay.
Well, my farm wasn't crazy, except for that long pipeline which lags out the game, but...
Yeah.
I spent so much time grinding resources for this, I actually ran out of circuit boards trying to build that pipeline.
Wow.
Can you imagine that, running out of circuit boards?
Yeah, that's the one thing I seem to have an abundance of. Yeah, that is crazy. So when did you start playing Scrap Mechanic?
It must have been sometime 2016. How I heard first about the game was some bigger German YouTuber playing it, and I thought the game was kind of cool, and I saw some other YouTubers playing it, and then I just bought the game, and I had quite a bit of fun building stuff, and really I played the game for like 1 year or so, kind of regularly, and built some stuff. And then I kind of stopped playing and got back when the survival came out.
Yeah. So who were you watching that kind of attracted you to it?
Well, if I remember correctly, it was Gronk. Some people will know, at least German people will know.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting for those of us who hadn't heard him to check him out.
Well, if you don't speak German, it's maybe gonna be a little difficult.
Well, we can learn. No, but even just to see, watch the what's created and etc. Just to see what attracted you. Oops.
How high should I build this thing?
Well, it's entirely up to you. You have
Oh god, it's already so big.
You're
oh my god.
You're only limited by time, so when the questions finish.
How much time do I have left?
Well, I've been asking the questions fairly slowly, so we've still got a good.
Okay.
We're about halfway through, so.
Yeah, just imagine building this thing in survival without unlimited inventory and much taller.
Yeah. I'll make sure I link to that video here so people can see it. So we've kind of touched upon your the content you create, but from your perspective, what is it that your scrap mechanic content? What do you like to create for your channel?
Let me. Well, I mean, so first off, I want to put an emphasis on quality. So not make 3 survival serious videos a day. And that's also the reason why I don't do a survival series, because I mean, I guess you could make one you know, with decent amount of quality, but well, but then again, then it's such a commitment, so so yeah, you know, quality on the one side. Yeah, I kind of want to make something unique, something kind of innovative. It's like something you can only really see on my channel. So I also want it so that whenever I make a new video, it's something you wanna watch because it's, I don't know, like interesting in some way or just funny or, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, just been thinking to myself, there's so many YouTube channels out there. Like, you know, why would people watch my content? So. I mean, at least, you know, if they watch my content, it should be high quality, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think, yeah. I mean, I'm not just saying this because you're a guest on this, but yeah, that definitely comes across. The quality of your videos, like I said, the ideas, and the effort. You can generally see the effort you put into it. So you know, I can sit back, watch it, and not just enjoy it, but appreciate what's gone into it. And it's far from the videos I create.
Well,
so,
I mean, when you're getting there, I mean, like this ScrapChat series, I mean, this is kind of cool in its own way. I like the intro you did for the Last Survive the Hunt. That was really cool too.
So do you do any other content for your channel other than Scrap Mechanic related stuff?
I mean, do you mean in the future or just, you know, general?
So well, in general, and also, do you have plans for anything different for your channel in the future?
I mean, I'm just doing Scrap Mechanic at the moment. Like, you know, all my subscribers want to see Scrap Mechanic. So if I don't know, if I upload a cooking video or something, nobody's really gonna see it. So
I don't know. I think I'd enjoy that.
But well, I mean, I did some raft, but I mean,
yeah.
So the problem I have with other games is just I can't come up with that many ideas. Like, I was thinking about Satisfactory, which is a really cool game, but I can only think of a few ideas in my head, and then I don't know what to do. And also the multiplayer isn't that great in Satisfactory, at least if you drive around in cars. I mean, look, there's a game that has worse multiplayer when you drive in cars than Scrap Mechanic. Let that sink in.
Wow.
But
yeah, okay.
But yeah, so it's kind of my problem with new games. Like, so the only other game I've been thinking of where I could come up with a lot of ideas would be Minecraft. So yeah, I might try that sometime.
Yeah, it's got the similar feel in the sense that you could be creative.
Yes, I mean, I could imagine myself doing. Oh no!
Just so you come flying past me.
I could see myself doing like Scrap Mechanic videos, possibly like for years to come. I just don't know like if the market is really there. I mean, I know you're gonna ask me about being full-time soon enough, so.
Yeah, totally. Is this something you'll do full-time?
Yeah, well, no. I think it's funny that you ask this question, because I only think there are 2 channels on this planet who make enough of YouTube to do this full time. Okay. So no, I'm not doing this full time. I mean, not with YouTube money anyway. No, I'm still a student. But you know, I want to go into IT, maybe software engineering. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Ah, cool. And I think it's what I like about it. It's kind of your stamp, you know. It's similar to something you've done on your videos, so it's recognizably yours.
What I like about this too is if I'm, somewhere in the city and I get lost, as usual, I at least, if I look in the sky, I always know where my home is.
Yes, exactly.
I never get lost.
There's probably many, but think of the one or your biggest annoyance about the scrap mechanic game.
Well, I feel like I'm going to repeat myself if I say poor performance and you can't do really stuff in multiplayer and no servers. So I think what I'm instead going to say is kind of the grind that you have after a while. So when I want to build my big and crazy things, I mean, there's not that much you can like automate. I mean, you can build your woodcutting vehicle, mining vehicle, and build a farm, and maybe a base, but that's kind of it. I mean, once you have all of this done, there's not much else left for you today. You can't automate beeswax or cotton or component kits really. So once you reach a point in the game, it's just grinding and grinding if you want to build more and more stuff, which kind of gets boring after a while.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier, obviously, about your getting into modding. Is this something you've done? What am I trying to say? In other games, or yeah?
No. This is actually the first time I've been modding. Just all started. How do I say? Well, I don't know. Like it started just with turning dev mode on, and I already knew how to code before from my game dev stuff, so
yeah,
I had an idea of what code is. I didn't know Lua before, which is the language the multiplayer scripts are written in, I guess. So, but if you see something in the code that says player health equals 100, and it's pretty easy to just change that number to something else, and suddenly you have more health, and this kind of got me started. I know some people who just did some, just messed around a bit with the game, like made worlds really big and stuff, just by changing a few variables, which isn't really hard to do. So, I just played around with it too. And then I got more and more into how like the how the code works and stuff. And then I started building the PvP mod.
Yeah.
If I think back, it's kind of crazy how I made the PvP mod because I knew so little about modding back then. But I got it to work.
So what would you like to see them introduce into the vanilla game?
Well, definitely actual servers. But I mean,
servers, yeah.
When I've looked really into what we can do server-wise, and what it always boils down to is that the game just, doesn't run very well. So what they actually need to do is optimize the game. Then we could do more multiplayer stuff.
Yeah.
And so on. So it's, I think every guest you ask is always going to say, optimize the game more.
Yeah, a lot of them have. There's been a couple that haven't.
Oh.
Which is interesting. Yeah. But it is generally the optimization that people are screaming for. I say people, players are screaming for, yeah.
I don't think I even like carpet as floor. But I'm just putting it up here so it's not wood, so it looks different.
So I know you don't really play survival as such. You don't. You play it, but you don't kind of
honestly
follow the rules as such.
If you oh no, if you look into my speaking of it, like I still have in my survival world basically the first car I've built, just with a level 5 engine.
Oh really? Okay.
I never bothered to upgrade it, and I always complain about it that it drives like, let's say advertiser friendly here, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Gotcha. So, but is there anything in Chapter 2 that you're looking forward to?
Well, so as I already said, like, what really got me excited about the survival update was, once you're in the survival world, you have all these problems. Like, how do I get wood? How do I get stone? And then you build a contraption as a solution. And this really makes this game so much more interesting. But there's only really that much that you can do. So what I'm hoping is that they add more problems for us to solve with vehicles or something,
Yeah.
Like, it would be nice if we could build something to get into the warehouse or something. So what I'm looking forward to the most is the new mine, because then we can build new mining vehicles, and
Yep.
yeah, we have just, more things to do, really.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So Staines was the last person I had on here, and his question was, if you had a direct line to Axolot, what one thing would you ask them to change, one thing you'd ask them to add, and one thing you'd ask them to remove?
So I think what they should change is tape bots, because I know this from my manhunt stuff. If they deal 55 damage per shot, this is really overpowered. I mean, this is a building sandbox survival game. Like, we don't even have tools to fight. I mean, you only have the basic spot gun, but there's no real combat system in this game. So why make the tape bots so strong if you have no way of fighting them, really? I mean, you can't build in the warehouse, really, so you can't just think of any contraption or something which you can use to kill farm bots or something. So I don't get why they are making the warehouses so hard.
Right.
I can only... My only ideas why they're doing is because they, might add new stuff. Like, I don't know, like exoskeletons or more weapons in the future. But it's just pure speculation.
Yeah.
Nope. That's not my neighbor.
So that's what you would change. What about remove?
All the bugs and performance issues.
That's it. Yeah. Yes.
I mean, that's what you should always remove.
Yeah. And what was it? What would you add?
Official mod support for survival. That would be really cool. So you can, you can just go in the workshop and install a mod. Or, could possibly even install multiple mods at once. They change the same files without you having to manually add stuff. I'm not sure how they can do it, but it kind of works with creative mods too, so...
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's some community stuff like the mod loader, which you can use, but it doesn't help much if not everybody's using it, so...
So the final question then, what question would you like to ask the next guest who joins ScrapChat?
Okay, so my question would be, which video you've made are you the proudest of, and why?
That's a good question.
Sometimes the little, like, for example, I'm not the proudest of my mod I'm not the proudest of my 10 survival mods video. I mean, in my mind, it's just me, in my mind, it's just me going through all the features of 10 mods for 30 minutes, which I think kind of gets boring after some time, but just people keep watching, and I don't know why. But on the other hand, my first PvP video I made, which was like 50 minutes long, people weren't really watching that like for long, only 10 minutes on average, so...
Yeah, I never understood
put so much work into it, and most people only watch 20% of the video, which is kind of sad. I could just have not done the last 30 minutes of the video, and most people wouldn't even have noticed.
Sorry.
No, but can't you at least?
There's no door.
Do I need a door if these stairs are that long?
Well, it just remains for me to say, I think, thank you very, very much for coming along and building your incredibly interesting house. I'll be looking forward to seeing what the people down there say when they build their
Oh, yeah? What they're gonna do with my shadow?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That might be the cheapest plot available.
Maybe you can get Shadow Gaming 36 on this plot?
So, I hope you had fun building your tower house thing.
Oh, I sure did. Fun falling down dozens of times.
So if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that alarm so you don't miss any future episodes. The link to Dr. Pixel will be in the description, but I'm pretty sure everyone who's watching this will have seen him, and if you haven't,
well, pretty sure.
Why not? Yeah. Cool. So Uh, we just need to say goodbye. I can't think how to say it now.
Yeah, it's hard to say goodbye.
Yeah, isn't it?
At least you have the opportunity to say goodbye.
Okay, thank you for watching. Say goodbye, Dr. Pixel.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and take care.
Oh yeah, take care. Lot, but I can leave him a present at his door.
Yeah, yeah.
Does he have a mailbox?
No, no.
Okay, then I'm just gonna build him one.
He doesn't even have a door. just a doorway.
Okay, so if he comes back, there's a bubble plastic delivery from me.
Excellent.